Yo, what's good with y'all? It's Keymajor back with another video for y'all today. Today we got another dark vintage sample tutorial showing you guys the whole process, the sounds I use, tips and tricks to using your own samples. You guys already heard the preview in the beginning, so let's get straight to it. So for this sample, I started with this guitar phrase. It's the Club Experiment Guitar Starter Kit. It'll be linked in the description below. So obviously it sounds a lot different, so I'm showing you guys how I flipped it. So the first thing I did is I dragged it in here and I put it at the BPM, which is 110. So after that, I went on to the effects, and on here I have a very simple effect chain. The main effect is this Cory Wong, and I have the clean as a whistle preset. It's running it through like an amp, making it warm, vintage, and old sounding. After that, I use this ozone imager, making the guitar a little more wide because the previous effect made it 100% mono. And then just this Schweppes EQ, cutting out some of the highs, cutting out some of the mids, and lowering a lot more of the lows. And then lastly, I just had this halftime, just a regular halftime. I cut out all the lows down here and I pan this a tiny bit to the left. So that was the main foundation of the sample. I already captured that dark vintage type of cubeatz sound. Now after that, I just want to layer on top some more instruments to make it sound more full. So I added this keyscape with this preset right here, and then I laid down these simple chords. Now obviously you can tell I have some effects on this, like the halftime and all these other effects, so here's how it sounds without them. These chords are pretty simple. I want it to sound very dark, and in the second half I want to give it a little emotional feeling. So basically for these chords, all I did was I laid down this very simple F sharp minor, took the A up an octave, I just took the C sharp up an octave again. I took this F sharp up an octave, and then I had my main basic chord, and then I just used these same notes throughout the whole sample and clicking in a melody that I just heard in my head. And then going into the second chord, I just had it's basically the same chord, I just add a lot more notes in between. As far as the effects, they're the exact same effects that I had on the guitar. So the same Cory Wong, ozone imager, making it a little more wide, Schweppes EQ, and then the halftime. So it's the exact same effects. All I did differently was I panned it a little bit to the right, so it was separated from the guitar and they had their own little pocket in the sample. Now with the piano, the last thing I did is I chopped it up. Pretty much it, very simple. On to the next sound, added this bass from Keyscape, and then I just clicked in this very simple melody. So just following the same notes that I played in the piano. As far as the effects, I just had this EQ cutting out all the highs, and then this compressor with this bass presence preset. And that was the main melody. After that, the part that really kind of brought the sample to life was bringing in these vocals. So these vocals come from my Vocal Tapes 2.0 kit, which comes with 50 vocal phrases. It also comes with 5 vocal samples and some vocal tutorials to learn how to do them yourself. I chose the butterfly effect one from the dry folder. So it has the key and BPM label, so I just dragged it in and mashed it up with the sample. A link is in the description if you guys want this kit and these vocals. So for the effects, it was very similar to the other two effect chains I had, the same Cory Wong, and then I had this delay ping pong reverb preset, and I had this EQ just cutting out the highs, giving it that vintage feel, pancake, giving it some movement, and then I just had this ozone imager, which I didn't end up using. So lastly, I just had this EQ down here where I just have the lows lowered, and then I'm raising the highs a tiny bit. And then after that, I added one more vocal from same kit. I added this one right here. Now this one clearly has some effects on it, so I got it from the wet folder. The wet folder basically has a bunch of vocals with the processing already on it. I just mashed it with the key BPM, chopped it up, and then for the effects on here, I just EQ'd it. That's pretty much it. It already has the processing on it for you, so it's very easy to just drag and drop. If you guys want this kit, it'll be the first link in the description down below. And I also have Vocal Tapes 1.0, which is completely free with a bunch of other vocal phrases as well. But yeah, wrapping up the video, that was pretty much it. On the master, I had a sound shifter pitching it up 1. I had this EQ just lowering some of the mids and then raising the highs. And lastly, just a soft clipper making it a little louder. That's pretty much it. I exported it and I pitched it up 200 more cents, and it's the final sample. So that was pretty much it for this whole video. Hope you guys enjoyed and learned something new. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to see some more videos. First thing in the description leads you to my website where I got a bunch of kits. Like I said, Vocal Tapes 1.0 just dropped, and I have Vocal Tapes 2.0 dropping this Friday. So I got a bunch of deals, discounts, and a bunch of free kits on there. And with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.